come to our attention that the K-pop charts have been overrun by boys and boy groups again, and we haven't really talked about female groups that much. And so now we're gonna talk about nothing but girl groups, some of the best videos, and some of the most interesting videos that we've seen lately.
We're beginning with a very sensitive video, Gyan's You.
I think that this is easily the best song and the most interesting video on our list, and it definitely could have its own like 20-minute K-pop music money dedicated to itself alone.
What I think is amazing about this music video, if you haven't seen it already, and in case you're sensitive to this, I'll tell you in advance, this is about rape in a relationship.
One of the most interesting things I find about Gyan is that whenever I talk about K-pop as a whole, I find that it's really lacking a distinct voice that speaks for the people. Like, I always thought that maybe G-Dragon might be able to do that and like speak about what it's like to be a student or what it's like to be like a salary man or something along those lines. But K-pop doesn't really have that. A lot of it is just like very fluffy and fun music. But definitely after watching this video by Gyan and thinking about the rest of her work, I think that she's definitely the voice of a lot of women in Korea that's really underrepresented.
And the imagery in this music video is very serious. It was very graphic, and I know for some people they're like, oh, I don't like seeing this kind of stuff happening. That's the point. This is an awful subject, and she's dealing with it in a respectful way by making it so awful.
And I think that's what this video goes for. While a lot of videos don't really try to make you feel uncomfortable or make you think too much, they just want to make you happy and dancing. This video came out with a message, and I think it's a very strong one.
Something else I really like about this video was the casting of the actor that is opposite to Gyan. I like the fact that he's good looking. He doesn't look like some creepy, scary, gross person, because a lot of people think, oh, only bad, ugly people do this kind of crimes. But good looking guys never do things like that.
No, because they're good, because like
they're good looking, right? The same way how we talk about music videos have a lot of stuff like good looking stalkers aren't stalkers. Like K-pop videos are like, well, as long as you're good looking.
A lot of K-pop songs are creepy and stalkerish, but you don't think of that because they're all good looking.
Very powerful video, great song as well, and I think you should watch it.
Best thing you're gonna watch this year so far.
Yeah.
Coming in at the complete opposite corner of the spectrum is Stella's Marionette, which sucks donkey balls. It's really, really bad.
The music video was so boring and repetitive, and I know that this whole concept of being sexy is being marketed this year strongly. It felt like the end of last year and this year, they're like, you know what?
Let's be as sexy as possible. Let's just go all out.
They're wearing lingerie for the whole music video. When they're not wearing lingerie, they're wearing underwear and they're sitting in bathtubs.
Oh, and I like how like the girl like drinks milk, but instead of getting the milk in her mouth, it's like all dribbling down her cheek and then all over her body. You know what that milk represents? It's not milk.
It's just milk.
It's just innocent milk.
Yeah.
I just drink like an idiot.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with going for the sexy concept.
Of course.
But watching this 3-minute and 30-second video was really boring. Like at some point I was hoping to see like a plot, or like someone was gonna join the room. And you know, they try to explain to you what the plot is in the info boxes. They're trying to be like, you know, Marionette is about women and like their attachment to men that they broke up with and their strings. And I'm like,
where do you see that in this video?
No, just admit it. If you want to be sexy, I wish that K-pop groups could just say, you know what, Stellar's back. They were really cute before. They had a rocket spaceship theme, and now we're going for sexy, and that's it.
We're not ragging on sexy concepts altogether, because there are other videos we're going to talk about in this list that do sexy very well. This just does sexy very boringly and redundantly and uncreatively.
That's why I can't remember the song.
And it seems like I'm not the only one that dislikes this video, because it actually has a lot more dislikes than likes at the moment. We're at 18,000 dislikes to 16,000 likes. That usually doesn't happen in K-pop videos.
But you know what? They got what they wanted, which was this was the highest viewed video they've ever had. But this music video with the, what do you call that? The unitard? Is it a unitard? What is that called?
What's this outfit called?
It's like a bathing suit, like a crotch puller. You know the ones like
this. The movement explains what it is.
There's got to be a name for this outfit.
This uniform.
I think it's a unitard. Is it a unitard?
I don't know. No, I thought unitards go like down, like below. Like, ladies and gentlemen, what is a unitard? Here's a simple test. Can you watch a K-pop music video with them only wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and would the video still be interesting? If yes, then it's probably a good video. If not, then it's probably just the outfits and the controversy that make the video interesting.
Girls' Generation's G, for example. They were wearing jeans and matching shirts. Everyone looked the same in the video.
It's fun as hell.
I think that if Stellar had everyone in jeans and t-shirt, it would not get as many views as it did.
Probably get 23 views.
Oh, stop it.
Okay, 24.
30, okay, I pushed it.
Okay. You win. Okay, I'll give it 30. Okay, that's enough.
Now for a breath of fresh air, let's move on to one of the most underrated groups in K-pop, Spica. I really like Spica, and I feel like people do not talk enough about them. Spica has a song that just came out called You Don't Love Me. Man. To begin with, their vocals are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the beginning of it, the whole like. Reasons why Martina can't be a singer.
Exactly how the song goes.
Anyways, their vocals are fantastic. It doesn't sound like weak and thin. They always sound like everyone in the band is like a friggin' Whitney Houston. Like, you know, like the... No? You don't know what I mean?
Please stop imitating singing. It hurts me so bad.
What is that called when people have shaky voices? Like that, like Adele-y kind of voices.
A deli, eh? It's like a meat deli. It's where he goes.
It's those outfits that go like this. Okay, so one of the things we complain about for music videos is that you have a wide shot of everybody dancing, and then you have a shot of the close-up of the face, and then you have a wide shot of them dancing, then you have like a pan camera.
This is the second video in a row that they have really good cinematography.
Yeah.
Like their sets are really interesting. Like I like the panning, I like the angles that they have from the perspective of somebody that makes videos on a regular basis.
Yeah.
This is really nicely done.
So what I like about this music video is I feel like this is what I want from K-pop. I want a music video that has set changes. I want a music video that has a concept that goes throughout the whole thing. So they're doing kind of like that pinup girl era. They've changed costumes like 3 or 4 times so far.
You know what this
they took a banana and they broke it in half, and then she stomped on a cupcake. Like,
this video actually reminds me of, the song and video actually reminds me of something that I expect out of Wonder Girls.
Well, because the Wonder Girls have that kind of like doo-wop-y.
Yeah. Long story short, Spica's video was really interesting. Lovely video. Stella's video.
Don't drink the poison. Next up is a rookie group called Kiss and Cry with their song Domino Game. First impression I got when I watched this video is I was not actually sure if this is their first music video or not. And if that's the case, I feel like these guys are way above the rookie level. This is like when BAP came out with Warrior and we were like, this is a rookie group? This is the same impression I'm getting from this group.
There's a confidence that comes in this video that isn't easy to imitate. Like you see a lot of rookie groups that are just like forced into these concepts that don't really do it very well. But this video looks like they're having fun, looks like they're interested. I'm actually very sold on this.
If I had to say an opposite of Kiss and Cry, it would be GP Basic. Okay, so GP Basic is also a rookie group. This isn't even their first song. Their song is like Pika Burn Juke or something. They're supposed to be like confident and like cocky and like, yeah, we're rappers and we're the best. And it's so bad. It is so bad.
Cringeworthy.
The point is, Kiss and Cry don't look like rookies. That's what it feels like. Are you still upset about the other bands?
You made me very angry by showing me that video. Stop it.
I want to show you one of my favorite rap lines from GP Basic.
Oh my god, what was that terrible one? Like,
new coat, new shoes, my crew, no lose.
No!
Yep.
No!
New coat, new shoes, my crew, no lose.
No!
What's wrong, Simon?
Stop it! No! Horrible.
It is
terrible.
It is pretty
so
terrible.
bad.
It is the worst song I have heard thus far.
Next up on our list is Rainbow Blacks with Cha Cha. Question: how can a rainbow be black? That doesn't make it a rainbow. A rainbow has lots of colors in it. If you just have rainbow blacks, then it's just a dark arch.
Here's what I want to know. Why does it say rainbow burak in Korean? And why does it say blacks, B-L-A-X-X in English? Why? What is this trend of like, it's supposed to be an E, but we're making it like a U, but it sounds like
well, it's kind of like Vicks that has an extra X in their name for no reason.
Or like Newest that could just say New East, but it doesn't.
The video for this song is actually potentially really interesting, but misses the mark with the editing a little bit.
Okay, so when you first start watching this music video, you think to yourself, oh, this is another typical sexy video. They're all in lingerie again. They all have thigh highs on. So you're kind of like, this music video is nothing special. But then suddenly they flash this old woman who's also dressed up in like fancy feathery clothing. And she's watching them through a screen. And then she disappears again and will not appear until like a minute or two into the video again. And you're like, wait a second, what was that all about?
But then later on, like you see her coming there and she's like got her like arms on this. She's like measuring their
arms and their thighs.
Whatnot.
And what's interesting about it is that you've got these people watching them and the maid's paying attention and they're collecting the jewels. There's that guy that has the binoculars that's watching as well. And we can't quite figure out what they're trying to get at because I think the editing was so poorly done. They focused so much on the girls being sexy that they forgot to
include more bits of the storyline in there.
So this is like hinting at something very sinister.
This could very easily represent the K-pop industry itself if you want to look deeply enough into it. but I just wish that they included more of that storyline in there and less of them just being sexy the whole time.
Yeah, and you know what? It really comes down to editing because we weren't on the set. We have no idea. The girls themselves in the band Rainbow might have known what the plot was and been like, we're acting thusly because of it.
We know about different video editors in the K-pop industry, so that whenever they make a music video, they give like 3 different versions to the company. The company has to pick which one, or they'll say, oh, cut down on this and include more of these kind of shots. So some videos actually their plot suffers because they want to like do more like pretty shots and whatnot. And I think that this is an example of it right here.
Absolutely. You know, we've even reviewed some K-pop music videos where we said, what's up with this plot? It makes no sense. And then it turns out later on we found out that the people were like, no, this was the original plot, but it got cut down. So watch the video. It's not just a sexy concept, and see if you can figure out what's going on there. I will be assigning it as your English teacher's homework. I would like you to have a full report on my desk by Monday, double spaced, not double 2.5 spacing.
None of those like 3-inch margins.
I don't want you squishing it in.
I got a ruler, I'll measure that. I want 1-inch margins.
Times New Romans. I don't want you
font
changing
size
it.
12.
Okay, not 12.2 or
No.
12.5.
So that's it for this week's Music Monday. Let us know what videos you like the most out of this list, or if there's any videos that we missed out on that we should have talked about.
And let us know if you agree with our opinions or if you disagree.